was about to do that.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to technically our first podcast episode. I am Aaron. This is
Adrian, nice to see you guys.
yeah. So, being one of many podcasts we're going to be doing here in our nice little room/studio.
Yeah,
We kind of put it together not last minute, but work with what we got. You know, we don't got our own space to like have a proper studio, but
right.
I think that's the biggest thing with us. We literally work with what we got. So
Yeah,
going to be here just chatting a lot about a lot about life,
back to the basics.
yeah, some life, some good old stories from back in our days in school. We've known each other for probably like 15 years now, maybe a little bit more, but yeah, so
right.
we hope you guys
Enjoy
enjoy it. You know, it's cool. It's actually cool to do this. We've been wanting to do a podcast for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, just one day I feel like, nah, let's do it. And if it wasn't for this guy literally going out to like get a device we needed, or even think about it,
Yeah,
we probably wouldn't have done it. But it's cool. It's definitely cool to do.
yeah, for sure.
Let's see, what do we got on our mind?
Well, let's go back to 1980.
I wasn't even born. I was born in 96. You were born in what, 95? No, 94.
Yeah,
Dang.
getting old now, man.
Dang. We were just having this conversation right now. We literally just picked up Chick-fil-A, and we were talking about how as you get older, you just start to feel like the changes in your body.
Yeah,
So, like for me, I've been skinny ever since birth, you know? I've just been a skinny person. I've been a twig. And early on in life, you know, you get made fun of because you're skinny or something. You get made fun of regardless. But being skinny is not ideal, especially once you get to high school. It's all about your image and stuff and how you look and how strong you are. Definitely wasn't that. But even coming to now, like I am still thin, but I'm starting to feel that weight on my body now. The metabolism's slowing down.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's just like it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to maintain.
Yeah.
To not want to eat bad foods because I'm just so used to eating Cane's. I'm so used to eating pizza, you know, Whataburger, McDonald's, and not that I eat them like all the time. I still eat like home cooked meals.
The stuff that's good for you.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, right.
Like I'll still have like my meat and potatoes, bean sopita, you know.
Yeah.
The Mexican dishes, because you know we are Mexican for those wondering.
I think that's the food for me that I've kind of cut out as I don't get it as
What
much.
is that?
Mexican food.
Mexican.
Like I
food,
love
really?
Mexican food, but man, yeah, afterwards I'm just in the bathroom.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't, man. It's like it kills me. Like the spicy food now, I feel like it's catching up to me now.
Yeah.
And like we were talking about like red meat. I can't eat as much red meat anymore, and then that's how I feel like I'm getting older. I drop something on the floor and just look at it. Just leave it there.
Like for me, it's like even when I'm sitting down, I feel like my gut like popping out, so I gotta like flex it. But even when I flex it, I can still feel like the fat.
Oh,
what I'm saying?
That's me too. I'm
always you flex and you tighten it, and before it would like go, but now it's like
yeah, it's like yeah.
But no, Mexican food I still eat. I mean, yeah. Coming from a Mexican family, it's just.
Yeah. I think I love Mexican breakfast. I love Mexican breakfast. It's really good. The huevos rancheros is my favorite.
Rancheros. Yeah. But yeah, definitely starting to feel it. The other thing we were talking about is, like if you take care of your face, and then we got into like having a night routine, which you do. You want to go ahead and let us know about that a little bit?
Yeah. Well, now because I feel like it's catching up to me now. Almost being 30 now. I feel like it's that
30.
Yeah.
Almost 30. Wait, you turned 30 this year, huh? Oh, in July. That's right.
The big 30.
We both got birthdays in July.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
It's the night routine. It takes me almost like 10 minutes, 15 minutes sometimes.
Dang.
'Cause I
It's
have
funny
to-
because that sounds so long to do like at night. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'd rather just sleep those 10, 15 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
But no, I feel, there's some truth to that.
you have to I have to put the face wash first, and then after that I have to put a face lotion wash, and then after that I have to put my little eye drop, or what is not eye drops, but like underneath my eyes,
That oil.
Yeah, it gets rid of all the black dark circles in the sags or whatever.
That's one thing I haven't. Oh gosh. That's one thing I haven't.
like-
It just takes over. I'm not look like meat's back on the menu, boys. Look like meat's back on the menu.
What about the legs?
They don't need those. Stupid.
Right.
Frodo's dumb face when he gets. Mr. Frodo. Mr. Frodo. But, as far as like the dark circles under my eyes, nah, I haven't gotten there.
Yeah.
But I think I'm at like stage 1 weight. That's where I'm at. What were you saying earlier about the rule? Rule number 1?
Rule
Rule number 1, do what you want.
and then rule number
Rule
two.
number 2,
What
listen
was rule number
to
one?
what was rule number 1? Go back to it. Yeah.
Drinking a brisk tea.
Brisk tea, drinks and geeks.
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna notice every time we do this, it's always gonna be some type of drink. Now we had this conversation of like, yo, let's do an alcoholic drink because we're not babies, But
No.
doing that every time we go live and do a podcast and do this, we figured, hey, let's just compromise on having at least a drink. Right now we have 3.
Yeah. It
So, maybe we'll have like 80 next time. Who knows?
Yeah.
Our background's going to be.
Could be any drink, whatever. It could be a Capri Sun.
Yeah.
Juice box.
Cool with those. Yeah. Got to start hitting the gym soon.
It does. It is catching up now. Yeah, for sure.
I'll be 28 this year.
Wow.
That feels weird to me because, okay, I just shaved last night. It's because I have this bad habit of picking like my facial hair.
Right.
And when I do that, I'll leave like a bald spot. And
Okay,
obviously, like, it doesn't look good because you're like, well, why is there a goddamn, like, whole part missing?
Right.
So I was like, no, I had to come home because I was with Desiree yesterday. We were
Right.
watching The Wizard of Oz. Funny.
Oh, okay.
Haven't seen that movie in forever. But while we're watching it, I'm just going like this, and sometimes I don't even realize. And then by the time I know it, it's
Yeah.
just nothing there. And I'm like, the only way to fix it is if you just start over.
Right.
You could even shave it down to like a number 1 or even like with just the clippers. But
Yeah. I was about to say, do you shave with a shaver or do you shave with like the machine?
I shave with a razor.
A razor?
Yeah. I can do both. I think I use the machine more,
Yeah.
the little clippers
Right.
under here.
Okay. I've noticed, I think maybe it's because of me. I'm allergic to like metal. So like every time I would shave with the machine,
Yeah.
and when I look at my skin, and it's all like, I start
It's like
breaking out.
irritated and red.
I break out
Yeah.
with the metal. So for some reason, but with the blade, I guess it's smoother.
You ever seen those clips where like they have that? It's like a knife. It's not like your traditional like Gillette razor. It's like just one smooth blade,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and they do that. I've always wanted to
Yes.
get one of those just to
Oh,
try
that's
it
cool.
out.
I feel like
I feel like I just like just die,
hit the vein.
accidentally kill myself. But I'm scared to use it. But I feel like it would be nice to use one of those. As far
sure, yeah.
as shaving creams, yeah.
Yeah, I still
Dude,
use
I
the
know
shaving
some
cream.
people. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I used to do this. I used to just get water, hit the little razor, and just do it like that.
Yeah,
That's it.
pretty much. Yeah, that's how I used to shave. I
Because
just water.
it was just more quick.
yes.
I didn't have to like get a warm towel, put it on my face,
Right,
pat
right.
it down,
Right.
and then get the shaving cream, and then just kind of mix it, and then put it on your face.
Yeah,
So it just like took down the process of just like, all right, just wet it with some at least like warm water.
Yeah.
Because why is it though that you're supposed to do warm water? I hear that it raises like the hairs.
I guess that's what I'm assuming, but I also think I thought, well, cold water is what helps your complexion a little bit.
Yeah.
Some
No,
ways,
cold
right?
water is good for you for like longevity, but when
Right.
it comes to shaving to get the hairs like
Oh.
I guess up
That's probably
from
why.
underneath the skin,
Yeah.
I think that's why that comes into play.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm definitely having to do more maintenance on my body, my face especially.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I feel like even when I go to bed, like, cause like, yeah, after like all the oil or lotion and all the stuff that I have to put on my face, I have to put on my mouth guard.
oh, I wear a retainer because when I had braces
Oh, okay.
to keep the teeth still like intact because they would
Yes.
still shift, I still
Right.
have to wear a retainer. Sometimes I'll forget, but most times I'll wear it. But it's just like I
Right.
feel like
Yeah.
like that like all the time.
I always feel like, yeah, even going to bed, it's like I have to get really comfortable now. Before I could just like plop and sleep in like any kind of position, but now I have to like sleep on my side. I have to wear my mouth guard. I wear my mask,
You wear a mask?
and then I have to wear or put the pillow in between my knees because it hurts my knees now.
That's
like,
crazy. Because the way I sleep either on my left or the right side.
right.
And I'll have a blanket on me, and
Yeah.
then I'll get one of my extra pillows and
Yeah.
I'll put it like I'm hugging it,
Yeah.
like
Same,
on like
yeah.
one side. I feel like it just helps like my arm not be
Right.
like this,
Right.
but kind of like rested.
Yeah.
I always have to do that. And if I turn to the left, there goes the pillow with me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like my ankles, like if they're rubbing like that, or like my knees. Oh
Yeah.
man, that hurts in the mind.
My knees are fine. I've never experienced, well, knock on wood,
Right,
pain
right.
in my knees yet, but
Yeah,
my knees are still okay.
I get shin splints here and there now.
I think I had one for the first time, maybe like at the start of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And this was when I was still working at Apple. I got
Oh,
home
okay.
and right here, like on the shin, it started to hurt like
Yeah.
randomly, but I didn't know what it was. And I was
Right.
like, oh, it's because I've been on my feet all day, probably.
Yeah.
And that could be it too, but it just kept going.
Right.
Like, I don't even know how to describe the pain, but it just feels like that bone right here.
Yes.
It just hurts.
Yeah.
And you press it, and then it hurts more in a good
Yeah.
way, but like,
Yeah.
I've never had a shin splint until I think then.
Yeah.
If anything, standing's the easiest part.
Right, right.
That was like the easiest, and then customers, that was the next easiest, I guess. Anyone who's worked in customer service or restaurant or
Yeah.
even a movie theater knows.
Yeah.
But yeah, we used to work together at a movie theater.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
This was before the pandemic. And
yeah, a
all
little
that.
bit like the year
20,
before the pandemic. Like it was 2019
2019. That's right.
going into 2020.
Mhm.
Like that's when we were there. But I started working there back in 2016.
Yeah.
My older sister used to work there
That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then she still knew some people, so it helped me out, just getting a job there. And I did. I was there for 6 years. And then, 2019, that's when this guy came along too, which was probably the worst idea ever. Just because
Because I don't know how many times I was burning the popcorn.
Adrian's a great worker. He's a very hard worker. But when it comes to like simple things like knowing not to burn the popcorn, that's where he would not excel at. He wouldn't excel. And the reason we're laughing is because I was a manager.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's the employee.
yeah.
So obviously I'm bringing him in. I'm like, okay, like this is my reference.
We
He's
got
good.
Anakin Skywalker over here.
Yeah. So having him like burn the popcorn all the time, and then he'd just look at me like,
Who burnt the popcorn? Just dead silence.
yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah,
don't know
I
how
think
many
the most
times, yeah.
interesting thing that when I go back, obviously in any job, you always hear like customer complaints and stuff.
Yeah.
And in your position, you didn't have to deal with that there.
Not as
Not
much.
as much.
Yeah. You were the manager. You had to deal with way more on your plate.
I just
but
wish I saw like your all's perspective on how like we handle different situations. You know
I
what I'm
think-
saying?
Yeah. The only thing we would get is like the you know,
Like if the drink is flat.
yes,
or
yeah,
like small
or
things
can I
where
get
you
a
can
refill?
fix.
Do you guys do refills? No, that's what these machines are here for. Like, no, of course you can get refills. Like,
Yeah. People got mad because they used to be able to, on the popcorn tub, the large one,
oh yeah,
they
I
had that
remember.
refill tab.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
you would leave it on.
It's like a
and then-
tag or something, and you take it off, right?
yeah,
Something
and
like
you'd come back and we'd take it off so you can get a refill on a large popcorn, which made sense. I was like, a large popcorn is huge.
that. Yeah,
And then having another like free one, like that's big.
yeah, yeah.
Then people got mad when we stopped doing that.
Right.
And that was after COVID because it made sense. Like,
Yeah.
we're not going to stick the tub back in
Right,
the
right.
popper and get you popcorn.
Right.
Even though we can do it out, but just, for sanitary reasons.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah, shit was stupid.
People were always complaining. You guys refill.
Some dude tried to fight me over it one time. Because at the time, our different managers ran different departments.
Yeah.
And 2 managers ran concessions, which their policy for the refills was you have to have the receipt
Oh yeah.
and
Oh,
show it
that's
to
right.
them, because we had cases where people would go into trash cans,
Yeah.
get empty tubs, and bring them for the refill. Like, how nasty is that, dude?
Come
people
on.
would go get the tub from the trash can,
Oh man.
and it's because people just majority of people who get a large popcorn don't even eat it.
Right.
So obviously they just throw it. So then people would go to the trash cans, pick them out, bring them back to us, and try and get a refill. Which some people we would catch on.
Yeah.
Who did that?
Wasn't there
And-
like an expired sticker too on the bucket itself?
I don't think it was
or something.
I
No?
don't think so.
No?
It just said free refill, and then it had some words under it, but I
Oh,
don't
okay.
remember exactly what it was.
Oh,
But yeah, so people started doing that. So we're like, hey, if people are gonna do that, obviously, yeah, they mess it up for everyone else, but let's get some proof of purchase. So it's like, hey, if you bring the receipt, we know you purchased it.
Yeah. True.
It wasn't a bad idea,
Yeah.
but I think looking back at it, like, you're like, man, it just made it so tough, because what do people do with receipts anywhere?
I don't know, man.
You just toss them.
Just they stuff them in their purses, and they just
Yeah.
they put them in your.
Like, you go to Target or Walmart and buy something, and
Yeah.
you get that receipt. You have it maybe until like you go out in case they check like
Right.
what you bought and stuff. And
Right.
at that, they really don't.
Yeah.
Unless you're like maybe at like Sam's
Yeah.
or something. But other than that, they just throw them away. So obviously, we ran into like multiple issues where people were just like, "Well, I threw it away." Well, and we made sure that we trained the concessions employees to be like, "Hey, here's the receipt.
Right.
In order to get the refill, you have to bring it back for proof of purchase."
Right,
Makes sense,
right.
right? At
Yeah.
least to me, it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
And
That makes
obviously,
sense, yeah.
people wouldn't. And again, in some cases, yeah, people would lose it or whatever.
Oh my God.
But if you do for one, you got to do for the rest. If you're like, okay, just this time. But
Yeah.
these guys, the managers, were just so big on it. And I was like, okay, if we're gonna be big on it, you better have my back if anything happens, if someone
Right.
gets mad. So
Yeah.
guy comes up to the counter, him and his wife, and he's trying to get a refill. And it wasn't with me, it was with one of the
Other
employees.
manager. Oh, okay.
And she was like, do you guys have the receipt? Very respectfully,
Uh-huh.
like asking them. And they're like, no, we throw it away. And then she informed them, like, hey, like, when you bought this, they let you know, like, you have to bring back the receipt in order
Right.
to get the refill.
Right.
And they were just giving her the hardest time. And that's when I noticed, and I was there.
Uh-huh.
So she called me over, and they explained to me, what's happening. And I was like, yeah, that's just our policy right now.
Yeah.
If you don't have the receipt, we can't give you the refill. Simple as that. I made it super simple. Like, no, because I didn't explain to them, yeah, because people are getting tubs from trash cans. Like, that doesn't matter. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like,
Right.
they could literally, if I told them that, they'd be like, well, we don't do that. Well,
Yeah.
well, that's why I didn't say it. So
Yeah.
I just like, yeah, you need the receipt to get the refill. Simple as
Right.
that. And they're like, well, you can't do anything about it. And I was like, no, that's just how we
Yeah,
run
it's
things
the
here.
policy, yeah.
That's just how it is.
Right.
And the dude, he was just getting more angry with me and trying to find different reasons on like what. And I was like, bro, it's just popcorn. Like,
I know, man. It's
and,
not the
and
end
it's
of the
funny
world.
because like I'm very nice, and if they approached me nicely,
Yeah.
I would have been like,
Of course.
you know
yeah.
what? Fuck it. Here
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Okay, if you're nice about it,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. If you're nice about it,
Even
then
if
yeah.
it's policy and
Yeah.
whatever, like I was in the position to do that.
Yeah.
I had the ability to be
Yeah.
like, you know what, I'm the manager, I can do this.
Yeah.
No one's
for
gonna
sure.
question that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
yeah.
they were being little bitches about it, especially the wife, just like mad dogging me, and I was like, the fuck? They're across the counter, short little dude,
Oh my goodness.
and
It's just, you're like looking over the counter like, what do you yes sir. Yes.
yeah, and
Yes.
and the thing was during this time it was pretty busy. So
Yeah.
there's lines and people are just looking at them causing a scene and they're getting loud and I'm just like, I don't know what you want me to do, but I ain't doing what you asked me.
I remember seeing that a couple of times during rush hour, and
Yeah.
we'd had like there'd be like 20 people in one line, and one person is complaining because I wanted the brown Skittles versus the yellow Skittles, and I'm like,
some dumb shit.
ma'am,
Ma'am, just go to your
ma'am,
fucking movie.
I got Top Gun to see right now. I got like
Right
100
now.
people.
Tom Cruise is in the theater right now. I gotta go. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's going on. They're raising their voices, right?
Yeah.
At me, and I'm staying firm, like
Yeah.
we were told to.
Right.
And dude tries to swing at me across the counter. Obviously, the counter is like pretty
No
thick,
way.
like from register to.
Yeah, I remember.
People.
Yeah. It's pretty, yeah.
And this dude tried to like swing at me. And then that's when I was like, oh, fuck no. So
What?
luckily we had a security in the front because it was
Oh,
a
yeah.
weekend. So
Yeah.
movie theaters always have like security, you know.
Right. That's crazy. I didn't even
Luckily
know that.
he like was around the area and kind of saw when they started yelling.
Yeah.
And then he approached them and I went around and I was like, the fuck? He's like, is this guy causing a problem? And I was like, yeah, motherfucker swung at me. I didn't tell him that. I was like, yeah, the dude tried to swing at me right now because he's not getting his refill.
Jesus, man.
And the thing was, like, their movie had ended.
Yeah.
So they were just, like, leaving. They just wanted to get the refill and leave. Which,
Yeah.
years ago, yeah, it worked.
Right.
But because of what we were doing,
Yeah.
you know, we couldn't do that. So
You never
That's
had your
pretty-
car.
you never had your call.
It's that type of like, come on, that's insane. Wow. I didn't know
That was funny.
I'm sure
and
there's
then-
like thousands of those kind of stories working at
Yeah,
customer
and
service.
then that situation was just happening too much.
Yeah.
That they were like, okay, they killed it. They're like, no, just do the refill. And I was like, we should have just been doing that in the first place.
Yes, yeah.
Just because it's not a headache for us. You know, we're already doing too much,
Right.
and to add that on top of it,
Right.
But
right.
like, obviously, there's situations where if someone like steps you wrong or something,
Yeah.
you're like, nah, I can be a bitch about it.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I can.
Of
fucking,
course, yeah.
you know, people knew it because I would tell them, but like
Yeah.
when we'd work, we'd make work.
Yeah,
Of course, during the downtime, we'd have our jokes and laugh,
Yeah.
which brings me to the impersonations you do.
Oh, dude.
You literally did that like of everyone, and everyone loved them.
Aye, man.
My favorite was of that kid, Miguel. Again, we live in a border city, El Paso. So literally Juarez is just right there. So we get a lot of people from there, right? And, you know, this kid, love him to death. Hopefully he's doing good in life. You know, I
Yeah,
don't know where he is,
he wa-
but
he was a-
he just had a heavy Mexican accent, right? And some, you know, just says how it is. You know?
Right.
So Adrian, this dude, it's because that kid was very much into like wrestling, right?
Yeah.
And especially like Mexican wrestling and stuff. So he knew a lot about it. But Adrian, he would just take it too far. And if he wants to do it, I'll let him. But some of the impersonations was funny.
Well, it's because it was like during the break room, during the little lunch breaks or whatever that I had the 30 minutes and everybody's in the break room. And it's just killing me, dude. It's killing me. Like, it wasn't just him, but yeah, he was one of my favorites.
Yeah, you were definitely really good at doing him.
Because he would always talk about his other jobs like Taco Cabana. Or he said something. He's like, yeah, but I used to work at Taco Cabana, but I used to be the bana. And I used to do a handstand.
He had such a fast like way of talking.
Yes, yeah.
Because like when you speak Spanish and
Yeah.
you're very fluent and really good with it, you can
Right.
speak it so fast.
Yeah.
Like even like me now, like I definitely can't keep up with people when they're speaking it that fast.
That's
Yeah, back to that dude. Yeah, he spoke fast.
yeah, he really
Even in English, he spoke fast.
he's like, well, I'm gonna be riding my bike with my butt cheeks, but hopefully you guys can catch a little glimpse of it. But you know, it
Granted,
wasn't-
this kid's like what, like 17, 18 years old. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like
no,
17.
yeah, but it's just because he had a very way of speaking, and it was always it's because that's my thing, man. I'm always
yeah, you're always impersonating
I'm always
everyone and anyone.
rolling people's the way they talk. Oh man, I'm trying to remember. There was another one that I used to do impersonation of. Was it? I think it was one of not you, but another manager.
Wait, you did me?
Not you. No. Another manager. I think it was. I don't know if it was C Slick or one of these guys. One of the other guys, Pineta or something. He just, we're gonna try and stock up on those hot dogs. And I'm like, I'm older than you, so I need you to come down here, and I need to be up here.
Yeah, we need napkins.
Yeah.
Slow down, buddy.
Yeah. He's like, I think we need to refill that slushy machine. I need you to go back to your office.
We actually don't refill the slushy machine because it's not refillable.
No, he never got on my nerves. He was just like, he would always point out the obvious.
His hands.
We're running out of popcorn right now. I'm like, I see that. Yeah, I see that.
I like into death.
Yeah, I'm right next to the popcorn machine. I'm like,
We're running out of popcorn
Yeah.
right now.
I see that.
I see that. All serious. That's cool. That's a good skit right there.
Like I said, I think the funnest part with working at the theater was, like you said,
Free movies.
and going to the screenings.
Mm-hmm.
One of the first ones I remember was the Joker.
Yeah.
I remember going to that one.
I think that one's one of my favorites that I've ever screened.
Mm-hmm.
One, because there was a lot of us.
Yeah.
So it felt cool. It felt like
It
you're
did.
going to a premiere, but just like at midnight,
Yeah.
the day before a premiere happens. So for those who don't know what screening is, so at the theater, the managers are able to screen
Right.
movies before they come out. So that's even before the premiere. So we're able to see them before, it even drops, right?
Yeah.
So because I was one, I was able to like bring some of my friends, which I brought like 8 of them because everyone literally brought like their brothers, sisters, girlfriends,
cousins.
So it was like one of those times where you can bring more people because usually it's just like 1 or 2.
I always felt bad sometimes coming to the screenings because I was like, this feels like an actual show, and I started feeling worse because I was like inviting 3-4 people, and I'm like, ooh.
Oh, that's right, because you would have
Like
your brothers
once in a while, and then
Yeah.
and I felt bad because I was like, man, I don't know, I feel like I'm bringing too many people to the screen.
Yeah. Looking back at it, I'm just like, nah, we should have brought more people. Fuck it,
Yeah.
But
Those were the cool. I did, like doing that once in a while for the main important films that were coming out during those times. That was always a treat.
Joker was definitely one of my favorite
Yeah.
to screen.
Mhm.
If there's, I'm trying to think back as far as screening goes. I mean, I did screen Infinity War and Endgame,
Oh man,
which was so cool because we saw it before.
yeah.
Did you screen one of those with me? Endgame?
I want to say Infinity War, maybe.
I don't remember.
I don't. Maybe shoot. I'm trying to remember what year. What year was that? It was in
2018 for
2018?
Infinity War.
Oh, okay.
And then 2019 Endgame.
Okay. Then I was way off. No, I don't know. Maybe Endgame. Maybe Endgame.
I
don't
can't
know.
remember. I don't think you did.
No.
No.
Okay, then
You know who
probably
did?
not.
For Endgame?
Oh, was it Javi?
Mhm.
Javi? Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was him.
Cool. Yeah. Well,
He screened
yeah.
screened that one with me and Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to see the Juggernaut movies.
Yeah.
I didn't. No, I didn't. I mean, those are really big movies, though. For man,
I remember because the next day we had tickets to the premiere
Yeah.
and me and you went.
Yeah.
It's funny because when I was waiting for you, people were outside
Right.
trying to buy tickets off people.
Oh, really?
I don't know if I ever told you that.
I don't think
I was
so,
waiting
no.
for you because I had pre-ordered the tickets right when like you order them online, then like the freaking site crashed because there's so many people.
Yeah.
But I was waiting for you by the box office in the front, and there was like maybe like 3 to 5 people like
Wow.
going around trying to buy tickets off people for the premiere.
Wow.
And I was like, dang, I could have sold them for like $100 a pop.
Nice. Wow. That's cool.
Because
I mean, yeah.
I think the tickets, because it was XD, they're probably like close to like $20, right?
Right. Oh, yeah.
And
XD.
this dude would have like bought them for like 100 each. Not even joking.
Probably would have, yeah.
So I could have just been like, yeah, 200, and they're both yours.
Those are timeless movies, and man, some of the best movies in the theater watching.
What's been the most movie or what movie have you seen the most in theaters? Like, how many times did you watch it?
Well, yeah, like Infinity War and Endgame, I think I saw like each 4 times in the theater. Each.
Nice.
And then,
Yeah.
and then before that was Logan.
Yeah.
Logan.
That was a good one
That
to
was
watch.
a big movie watching the first time seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
2017, right?
17. Yeah.
That was I saw that one like maybe 4 or 5 times in the theater. And then Deadpool 2 was another one I saw like 3 times in the theater.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, those are.
There was a lot of them that I watched like 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
One, because it was easy. We didn't have to pay, so I'm
Right.
not paying for this.
Yeah.
I'm just using my time.
First one's a freebie.
So I think I saw the first Black Panther. I think I saw it 8 times.
Damn. Oh, wow. Yeah.
And we got to understand it. Like,
Yeah.
it sounds like a lot, right?
Yeah.
8 times, but it's spread out.
Yeah.
Because usually, like, the bigger movies are in theaters for like 2-3 months,
True.
right?
Yeah.
So 8 times, it's like, it's still a lot, but it's spread out over a duration. But
Right.
because, again, manager at the time, I screened Black Panther.
Yeah.
So that was Wednesday,
Yes.
technically.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
And then Thursdays was the premiere.
Premiere.
And then we had tickets to the premiere.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday I saw it. And then we went Friday. Fridays with the family because
Yeah.
everyone's off.
Yeah.
Went Friday with the fam.
Yeah.
So it was literally 1, 2, 3. I saw it 3 days in a row.
Wow.
Like 3 days in a row.
Nice.
And then the other times, I think I went with you a couple times. And then I went with some friends from work
Okay.
who hadn't seen it yet. So it was like their first time seeing it.
Wow.
So it was, yeah.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah. Now that you brought it up, you said 8 times for Black Panther. The biggest movie I saw for me that I saw more than like 4 times was Mission Impossible Fallout. I saw that. I literally
You saw it, what, like 6 times now?
I overdid it with that movie. I saw it I think I saw it 8 times in the theater.
Damn. I went with you once.
And
I
was,
remember.
I was still seeing it in the dollar movies.
Yeah? Damn.
That was the biggest. I remember when that movie came out. Yeah, I saw it back to back, and then I waited like 2 weeks later again back to back.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was cool. I think I saw it 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did 3.
I don't know why. Just I guess because the action.
I think I saw it by myself, and then I saw it with you, and then I took my parents to go see it. Yeah, that was a big one. Dang.
Big. That one and like the John Wicks were like huge, big action. Those are the only ones I could like action wise.
What's the last movie you saw in theaters?
Recent. Oh well, Dune.
Oh,
I saw
oh
Dune
yeah, that's
2.
right. Dune Part 2. Yeah.
Okay. I can't do it.
Nah, Austin Butler. Austin Butlicker.
What? What is that saying? He says, "Say thy knife, chip and cheddar." That's
His
cool
voice still. Like, it was definitely different from the Elvis voice,
for sure.
but it's still, like, on the lower register.
Yeah,
And I'm still like, come on, you know? Like, this dude's still in character.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
there's that TikTok that I saw. And what does he do? Remember I sent it to you where that guy's making fun of him?
Oh yeah, isn't he like impersonating him and right in front of him?
And I'm Austin. Oh, that's what it was.
dude, man.
Because it's Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya.
Yeah,
And then him. He's like,
yeah.
hey, what's up, guys? I'm Timothy Chalamet. And I'm Zendaya. And I'm Austin.
Oh,
And I'm Austin.
let's go. I'm awesome. Like, yeah, he's got that.
That was good.
He's got no. It's the mic.
Not the mic. That was good.
He has
see if I can
that. He
find-
has that raspy.
Austin.
Yeah, mustard kind of guy.
I'm Austin.
On my hot dog.
I'm a hot dog.
embellish, less relish.
Yeah. You're just rhyming now.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'm trying to see if I can find it.
That's really cool.
When it comes to Dune, and we've seen all the hype on social media, do you think it's properly rated, overrated, under, or properly rated? Dude, it's because like
the first one, yes, I do understand the, like, because it didn't appeal to me. That was my honest.
the first one was
First
more
one.
of like I just watched it to see a good movie, like to see some really good shots.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what I watched it for.
Yeah.
I didn't really care about the story. I didn't care about Arrakis. I didn't
Right,
give
yeah,
a shit. Like
yeah.
I just wanted to see some visually stunning shots, as they say,
Right.
which it delivered.
Yeah, and
I don't know what it was talking about, but
I went for with the director,
yeah,
Denis.
Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah.
Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah. I wanted to see because it's his movie, and
Yeah.
you know, I do like his movies. I'm a big fan of
Like
his movies.
Arrival was really good.
Right. Yes.
That one was
yeah.
really cool. I think I was working at the movies at that time. I think it came out in 2016.
Oh, okay. yeah,
Arrival?
yeah. Uh-huh.
2016. I think so. Dang, it's crazy. But yeah, look, like don't get me wrong, the second one's definitely better than the first.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I think people were just like, bro, my favorite shot was. Shut up, dude. No, you don't.
I mean, no, like, okay, yeah, like visually, yeah, like I always say, it was,
Like visually, it's
From-
great.
yeah, from the perspective, it was amazing. The skeptical of everything, it was visually amazing to look at. You know, obviously, because that's why I'm a big fan of like Blade Runner. Like, I don't
Yeah.
care about the story. I just like watching that movie because of the damn visuals, and then
And the
also
sounds
because of
in
the
there.
score.
Yeah.
And the sounds, and yeah, like it just visually, it just looks amazing.
Yeah.
Story wise, like I didn't care, but this one has a, you know, because it's based off a book, but I never read the books. I was never
Yeah. me
intrigued
either.
with the story. You know, I don't know anything.
The second one definitely made me a little bit more invested, but it was just like I still didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And the other thing was like I liked that it just reminded me of like Timothy's character becoming like the parallels to Anakin Skywalker and him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like
yeah.
just how I like liked how that felt.
Right.
Because
yeah.
like you see and you're like, oh shit, like this
Yeah.
is like the Anakin Skywalker of the generation.
Yes.
That's what it felt. Not saying he is,
yeah,
but it just gave off like that vibe.
it did
know,
feel, yeah, there
Like
were times.
he learned the ways of being
Yeah.
Fremen and
Yeah.
getting into it.
yeah,
And then like
it felt like to me, it felt like because everybody was saying that the reference was Empire Strikes Back, which I get maybe at the end about the whole that he's going to end up being with the bride.
yeah,
He chose
maybe.
the bride is with him now. I get that maybe in certain parts.
Did you think that they had chemistry, Zendaya and Chalamet? What did you think about that? Because I saw a lot of people talking about they didn't feel like they had chemistry between them. On
Yeah, I was
camera.
about to say maybe it's because they didn't have a lot of screen time together. They had like a couple of they had the scenes where they're obvious, like the romantic scenes with them in the desert, which I think I love the parts in the desert. Those were my favorite scenes. The
Yeah.
sandworm,
Even the
he's riding
beginning one.
sandworm. Yeah,
That it looked like just like that. It literally looked
Yeah.
like a Blade Runner type.
I feel like they had more chemistry in the interviews, but
Yeah,
I just didn't. Yeah, maybe there
on
was
camera.
now that you
I'm just like
yeah, now that you're
Okay.
pointing that out, I didn't catch it as much.
I
Maybe
saw a
have to
video
watch
on
it again.
that. That's
and-
why
Yeah.
I was like wondering like they were wondering why there was such lack of chemistry, or at least how it felt.
Interesting. Yeah.
And I was like, actually, that's kind of true. I think because I was so just lost in everything else. Like I just
Right.
like the really nice shots were well put together.
Yeah.
The score, you're like, wow, that's
Yeah.
cool. But
Yeah.
when it came to that, I was like, yeah, you know,
Yeah, I guess the character, like, okay, like the interest for, like, yeah, because since I don't know anything about the characters, like, yeah, I went for the actors, like, in more,
Yeah.
my perspective.
you guys will notice a lot when we talk about movies, we went for the actors, and a lot of people do. Like
yeah.
our favorites, we just go for them. They could be in the
Yeah.
the most horrible movie, but
Right.
you just go for them because you like them,
Yeah, exactly.
regardless of it. Like for me,
Yeah.
Gosling.
Yeah.
But
agree.
the only thing with him is like he's not in bad movies, so like you just go for him. But guys
Right.
like maybe like like Tom Hardy. Like I go for Tom Hardy because I'm just I like him. I like his character.
Yes,
I like his demeanor. Like he's one of those.
Yes, yeah.
I'm going for him.
I mean, it's because that's what I'm saying. When you look at actors, like when they choose these movie roles, like I feel like it brings out a different side of their acting. But then I always feel like when you're just watching them, just as if you just watch them as just as they're acting, sometimes it's just good. They're just really good actors.
That's how I feel with Cillian Murphy.
Yeah,
I started really, really watching him when I got into Peaky Blinders. And
right.
It's not the fact that I loved Peaky Blinders.
Right.
I just liked seeing him on screen.
Okay, yeah.
I just liked seeing him as Thomas Shelby, this badass. Like he took shit from nobody.
Yeah. His eyes
just so piercing. His face, he just has.
Yeah.
Like he walks into a room and
Yeah.
like that's the dude.
Right.
I think I like more of that. I mean, Peaky Blinders is great. Don't get me wrong, but like I found myself even watching Oppenheimer, like just seeing him, you're like captivated. Like you're just like.
Yeah.
Wow.
For sure, yeah. He has that look where it's just his face.
Some actors just have the look. Like they can just act with their face expressions, facial expressions.
Or they don't even say anything and they just, it's their, like you say, the look, Yeah. Overall, I think, it was a great year for the Oscars. Great awards, I think, well-deserved. And then I still haven't seen Poor Things, so I'll have to check that out, see the debate of why it was so not hyped, but that movie didn't get any hype, which that's why I'm like still wondering why it beat out like even
Barbie
or even like in some other areas like set production, production design or whatever, and costume and all that. So I have to see why. I have to look at and see what's going on,
and that's what I encourage people to do. Like I'm one to keep an open mind when seeing movies like that.
Yeah,
but then.
Not too open,
but not too open. Like it's open, but
it's a little too open.
It's a little too open.
Yeah, from what I've heard.
Watch it when you can. No rush, but definitely check it out and let me know.
Okay,
and we'll come back here and we'll discuss it
for sure. Yeah, I'll have to check it out soon.
Cool. Little by little, we're gonna upgrade not only what you see, but just things we talk about, how we handle it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Bruce T.
Hell yeah. Drinks and Geeks.
Mm-hmm.
We out. Peace.
See you guys.